Need to be more joyful? Start by regarding yourself. That may sound plainly obvious, yet an excessive number of individuals skirt this progression and attempt to fulfill themselves by pursuing ever more significant standards, or holding themselves to ever more prominent gauges of flawlessness. Amusingly, regarding yourself rather will carry you closer to accomplishing those grand desires, says Dale Deanna Schwartz, speaker, feature writer, and writer of 15 books, including The Effortless Entrepreneur. The more you esteem yourself, particularly grinding away, the more you construct certainty, she says. Indeed, the most joyful individuals make a special effort to treat themselves right, and they accomplish something decent for themselves every day. They set fitting limits and deal with themselves by disapproving of things when they have to. At the point when you love yourself, you comprehend that disapproving of something you would prefer not to do is a demonstration of graciousness, and you don't stroll around with pessimistic emotions toward the individual who requested that you accomplish something you would not like to do, Schwartz says. Not exclusively is being caring to yourself useful for your profession, it's useful for your connections as well, she includes. The more you fabricate self-esteem, the more you need to provide for other people. Here are 11 demonstrations of benevolence upbeat individuals perform for themselves, thus should you. 1. Focus on doing one decent thing for yourself consistently. Schwartz welcomes guests to her site to sign a 31-day promise to give a valiant effort to accomplish something cherishing for myself, anyway large or little. Whether you want to sign or not, making the dedication implies you'll remind yourself every day to treat yourself with adoring consideration. Keeping that dedication will bring genuine advantages, she says. It rouses you to care more for yourself, pursue your fantasies, and not let individuals treat you ineffectively. 2. Hear yourself out. That is, tune into how you converse with yourself, and the inside manner of speaking you use. Mine will in general look like my mom's in an addressing mode. We frequently reprimand ourselves in our own heads, and that cuts down our certainty, Schwartz says. At the point when you love yourself, you know you're adequate, that you need to quit conversing with yourself in negative terms. 3. Excuse yourself. Absolution is a major piece of it, Schwartz says. It's hard, in light of the fact that the vast majority of us have been blowing up at ourselves for all the things we foul up for our entire lives. Individuals fall into difficulty since they make a decent attempt to be great and afterward they beat themselves up when they're definitely not. Cherishing yourself implies tolerating that you're stuck inside your own defective skin. Schwartz prescribes this activity to begin pardoning yourself. Look in the mirror and state, "I love you and I excuse you." 4. Acknowledge yourself as you are at this moment. First of all, that implies tolerating the body that you have today. Self-perception is a major hindrance, as is age, she says. At the point when you love yourself, you attempt to be the best individual you can be in the body that you have, and that is as much as possible do. Self-acknowledgement additionally implies tolerating your salary and achievement level as they seem to be, she says. It's okay not to cause a specific sum when you to get to a particular age, she says. Business visionaries get a ton of analysis when individuals state, "For what reason are you burning through your time doing that?" or "You're not effective enough." Rather, she suggests asking yourself a basic inquiry, "Am I content with what I'm doing?" She herself sold a fruitful summer diversion business when she discovered it was getting excessively unpleasant. "I ended up with less salary, yet I was more joyful." 5. Dispose of poisonous individuals throughout your life and work environment. This might be more difficult than one might expect, however abstain from binds yourself to customers, colleagues, speculators, or representatives who make you miserable. It's clearly harder to adopt a similar strategy with relatives, however Schwartz says there's no motivation to endure individuals saying or doing things that are harsh. In the event that individuals direct mean sentiments toward me, I let them know whether they converse with me like that I'm going to leave or hang up the telephone, she says. 6. Organize your well-being. I take enhancements and nutrients, I exercise, and I as of late cut out sugar for 7 weeks as a demonstration of self-esteem, Schwartz says. However, be cautious, don't let thinking about your well-being transform into motivation to pound yourself in the event that you slip. Recently, I had Twinkies, she says. I've been needing them since the time they briefly quit selling them. So I got a few and I ate them. I don't thump myself when I have a treat. 7. Quit skipping suppers. Individuals state, "I've been so bustling I had no an ideal opportunity to eat today," Schwartz says. That is a heartless activity. Get something, regardless of whether it's only a serving of mixed greens. Neuroscience reveals to us that letting your glucose sink imparts pressure signs to your cerebrum. So in the event that you really can't stop and snatch a feast, ensure you have solid snacks at your work area. 8. Relax. Remember that when you're feeling focused on, exhausted, or irritated, basic breathing activities can up your joy remainder significantly, Schwartz says. In the event that you do some profound breathing during the day, you can quiet yourself down and not let pressure get to you or make you wiped out. 9. Give yourself an inviting space. For a considerable length of time, Schwartz never made her bed, basically tossing the spreads over it. Presently she makes it consistently for a straightforward explanation, "Strolling into my room when my bed is made makes me grin. All the time we burn through cash on others, however we're modest with ourselves," she says. The better brand is just a couple of dollars extra, and each time you use it you're strengthening to yourself that you're worth more.